water. There isn't any of it. Their reservoirs are being depleted. Their crops can't be grown. Citrus and produce are getting just freaking hammered. And what's the future? Dr. Reese Halter, drreese.com. Dr. Reese Halter with us, distinguished conservation biologist and author. Dr. Reese, good to have you with us.
How are you, Ed?
Doing great. Give us an idea of how bad it is in the Central Valley and what we're looking at in California. We're talking about billions of dollars going to be lost to the economy this year.
Yeah, well, let me start with this, Ed. Guess what? We get to invent our future. Think about it. We get to invent our future. These are the facts. Science is our friend. Science brings us medicine. Science brings us technology. Science brings us exact information. Here's where we are in California. The unintended consequences of releasing every day 96 million metric tons of fossil fuel emissions into our atmosphere have irrefutably caused warming, drought, and higher temperatures.
So you think that this is a result of man?
There's no doubt whatsoever. And so where we have to go here is we've got to become water smart. Look, California is the 8th largest economy on the globe. And we are the leader in the State of the Union with $44.7 billion in agriculture. In fact, half of what America eats every day, grown in America, comes from California. So obviously, in a warming, drying world, fresh water is king. We understand that. Here is where the hammer has to come down, Ed, and I'm telling you, it has to come down as hard as a sledgehammer can be driven. Last October, I covered a story. Nearly 3 billion gallons, or the equivalent of 454 Olympic swimming pools of oil industry wastewater was illegally dumped in Central California's aquifer, supplying both drinking water and irrigation to farmers. The Central Valley Water Board found high levels of arsenic, thallium, and nitrates in the water supply wells near 9 hydraulic fracking wastewater disposal sites. And in California, there are 2,853 wastewater injection sites, of which 1,552 are currently active, including offshore wells near Santa Barbara. Thallium, Ed, is toxic. It's used in rat poison. Arsenic is known to cause cancer.
Well, we need to know that the Environmental Protection Agency is under assault by the conservative movement in this country. If they could eliminate it, they would do it.
Great.
So,
you know what? Here's the thing, Ed. Pauper or Prince, we all breathe air, we all drink water, and we all eat food. We are poisoning our American citizens by allowing big oil, fracking, coal, and gas to bully us. And here's worse. This is where I really get fired up. Somewhere between $200 and $300 billion every year in America is given back to these polluters to poison us. What up?
Well, here's the bottom line. There's going to be a lot of people that want to know if the next Democratic candidate is going to underwrite the support of the Congress to give these big subsidies to oil companies. Why is it that they have record profits and they're allowed to take more tax dollars and then they don't pay their fair share into the Treasury? I mean, it all connects. We're going to have an environmental discussion in 2016 that this country's never had before.
Good. Because
I do believe that what is happening in California has everything to do with what we're doing to the environment. This is a drought unlike anything we have ever seen. And now our Congress is going to be at a crossroads as to whether we're going to give some financial support, and I mean disaster relief, to ranchers and farmers in California who are on the verge of losing everything.
And it goes deeper. If they lose everything, the banks cop it. So this is now people. This is Ma and Pa on Main Street, and these are banks, and this is about future-proofing America. There are jobs here. There's our right to be able to breathe air, drink clean water, and eat safe food. This is a national food security crisis.
Yeah. Dr. Reese Halter, always great to visit. Reese, Dr. Reese, Reese, REESE.com. Got a lot of material on there about the environment, does great work. Always good to visit. Thank you, Doctor. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Ed.